Good evening, YouTube. So I have a new example of a new to me brand of diecast, and then afterwards I'm gonna try and show one example and get a count of how many brands I'm up to. I had done a video a short while back, and I think at that point I was up to about 20 brands. And then since then I've shown some others. So this is the new car. That is on the higher side, but not incredibly expensive. I guess shipping from China, it was more than $20, but less than my most expensive car. And this is an Inno64 Honda Integra Type R DC2, and it looks really nice. We'll get this cracked open. www.innomodels.com. Nice packaging. Honda licensed. Let's see. I don't see a date on this, but I'm not too worried about it. But there's all your legal information. Let's get the cellophane off here. Okay, and that's interesting. It looks like it comes included with a second set of wheels and axles, I guess giving you the option to do a wheel swap. And, oh, okay, there's more. A set of water slide decals. I don't know if I knew about it. I didn't know about that. Maybe somebody else's video had shown that. Maybe Champion DJK. I don't know who has done this. So it's got a nice clear acrylic case that we're going to get off in a second. All right. All right. Put these out of the way for a second. Right. So this is nice. All right, so metal body. It looks like a plastic base with some nice exhaust details painted. It's hard to tell whether the tires are plastic or rubber, but the wheels look very detailed, very authentic. Nice details. Side marker, Type R badge, mirrors are painted. This is a right-hand drive model, appropriate for the Japanese domestic model market. It has a Honda badge. In the United States, this is sold as an Acura Integra Type R. So it's got some really nice details. I do not believe that the hood opens. Yeah. Nice red bucket seats, black interior otherwise. You can see the rear defroster. You can see the third brake light there. The wing looks good. Lensed taillights. Lensed headlights. This is really nice details and seems like really good quality. Very nice. Honda Integra DC2 164, made in China. I do not have another Honda Integra to check for scale, but I would assume this is true 164. It's kind of lightweight because it's a plastic base, but it's not too bad. No worse than a lot of these other premium diecasts. And so I'd say this is very nice. But so that leads me to, how many brands do I have? So there's Inno64. Here are two Autoworld, and I showed two Autoworld to remind people that you have your premium Autoworld that most are familiar with, and this is one of their new square bodies that I opened recently. Opening hood, metal body, metal base, rubber tires, high details, tailgate. But for the novice looking in the secondary market, be aware of the Autoworld Deluxe series. This Mustang SVO in 1984 and a half Mustang SVO is beautiful. Nice painted details, but plastic base, plastic wheels and tires, and no opening features. I love this car, but it's important for the novice that's looking in the secondary market. So when you think metal body, plastic base, plastic wheels and tires, this is questionable whether it's vinyl or plastic. I don't think it's rubber tires. This does have lens details. This does not. So, Autoworld. Greenlight is another one that has two levels. This Ford Escape, which has lensed headlights and lensed taillights, and rubber tires, has a plastic base and it's nicely detailed. But this is part of the, well, this one came from the Hollywood edition 10 car pack, but Greenlights with the plastic base are generally from the Motor World releases, which is sort of like the deluxe from Autoworld. So Motor World Greenlight. And this is a newer Greenlight, metal body, metal base, opening hood. Again, with Greenlight, you have a mixture of lensed and painted details. This is all painted. This is nice. This is the John Wick Mustang. So that's 3 brands. And then I have Majorette. So this is a, I believe, a street cars. I'm not exactly sure. I forget. But this one is very nice. Painted details, but plastic lens inserts for the headlights that are part of the windshield. No opening doors. So this would be one there are multiple levels of Majorette. So this Renault Trafic, I nearly called it Renault Trafic van that I received from Fex Death in Australia, has a moving part, metal body, still a plastic base and still plastic tires, lensed headlights. So again, each brand, you need to be aware, has different levels of quality. Even Matchbox. So this is a mainline. This is the new Volvo, which has nice tampo details, and some mainlines have horrible plastic bases. This does. And then there are several versions of Matchbox, including moving parts, and best of the world, here's a moving parts with opening doors, the Buick Riviera. Hot Wheels. Again, many levels of Hot Wheels. This is a mainline Escort 1600 RS 1600. And then, of course, we have the most recent premium car culture Mercedes with beautiful details. And then you have some Hot Wheels that have opening features. So as far as brands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to get to, I'm going to show one example of Johnny Lightning. My Pinto here, which is nicely detailed. Metal body, metal base, rubber tires, opening hood, painted, not lensed details. Here's one that I have two examples that I'll show. Motormax. Now recently I've seen several videos with Motormax, and they are more of a basic Motormax. I have two from this American Graffiti series that have nice tampo painted details and metal body, plastic base, but with rubber tires. So even Motormax has different levels. So there's that one, and I always love to show this one because this is a car that I owned in real life, a 1978 Ford Thunderbird. And this is, again, American Graffiti with some very nice painted and tampo details and metal body, plastic base, rubber tires. Motormax. Jada, Big Time Muscle. The Shelby Collectibles even has two levels, as I found out. So this is the basic 2013 Cobra release with painted details and no opening features, but missing some other details. And then I have the 2010 release that I got recently that has opening details. This is the new Cobra Champion that I have in my collection. Lensed taillights, opening features, metal body, metal base, rubber tires, lensed headlights. That's among the best of my entire diecast collection. So those are two examples from one brand. Here's another underrated but very detailed. They no longer make these, I believe. Ertl American Muscle. This has opening hood with nice details. Very nice painted details, license plate, metal body, metal base, rubber tires. Very nice details. And this one, as I said in a different video, has an opening trunk. One of very few brands that does. Another brand that does that, although I don't have an example, but it is an example of a brand that I have, is Revell. And this is the Dale Earnhardt stock car, and I am not taking this one off the blister, but it is an example, so it'll be counted in how many brands that I'm up to. And then another one that's not being opened is the Lionel brand. And this is another Chevy stock car, MTA. So these are two collectibles that I will keep on card. So brands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 brands. 12, 13 brands. Another brand is going to be Maisto. Again, I see a lot of basic Maisto, like my famous BMW Z8 that is low on details, metal body, plastic wheels and plastic base. But I also have some better Maisto. Fresh Cherries. This Maverick, which has very nice details, metal body, metal base, rubber tires, lensed inserts for the headlights, nice painted details. But that is a Maisto. And then another series from Maisto is the, I forgot the series on this, but is this 64 Galaxy. Again, with very nice details, metal body, plastic base, rubber tires, lensed inserts for the headlights, very nicely painted. So Maisto. So that's 13, 14 brands. And then we have Biante motor cars. And I have two examples. This, which was a gift. This is a very nicely detailed Ford Falcon from the Australian racing series. And then I have the classic Ford Falcon, also Biante. And I have taken both of these out in previous videos for examples. So again, going to do the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15 brands. Norev, 16 brands. Mini GT, 17 brands. Real Car, 18 brands. Kyosho, I only have 2 of these. That's 19 brands. Racing Champions Mints. I have 2 examples here. I think I have 3 or 4 examples of these. So is that 18 brands, 19 brands. Schuco, that beautiful Mercedes. Welly next in 160. And this is that Toyota Land Cruiser Prada. 21. Is it 21? Auto Art. Another Z8. M2. Another one with multiple levels. Some opening parts, some not. This one not. And then Malibu International, also high speed. So is that 25 or 26 brands? I think that is 26 brands that I am up to. And this Inno64 is beautiful and probably cost prohibitive to get me for me to get a lot more. But as an example of a good brand, as I said, I try and get at least one of each brand that I can. Hence the Auto Art. I only have 1. Kyosho, I only have 2. So I think I'm up to 26 brands, and I can highly recommend somebody searching for and be picky. I found this one. I liked it, and it was reasonable. Inno64. So I will be working and then traveling, so I probably will not make another video for 2 weeks. It's highly unlikely. So please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Curious how many different brands you have. If you recall, I've referred to Chasing Diecast Cars showed 64 brands, I believe. 64 brands that he has. And using that list, I still have others that I'm hunting for. I have the Schuco, I have the Mini. I'm going to try and get another Norev. I have a list somewhere. I think I have at least another 10 brands to try and acquire. But that'll be over the next few months. I mean, that's, especially because a lot of them have to come from either Europe or Asia. So I hope you like this. Please, as I said, comment. Let me know, have you heard of some of these brands? What do you think of some of these brands? And what brands am I missing that you know of? what would you recommend, or what would you say, no, Joe, don't waste your money on that? I've been looking at RMZ City, Herpa, quite a few brands. I'm not going to bother with Corgi Jr., Husky, because they're too expensive to find, and most of them don't have the details I'm looking for. Correct me if I'm wrong. As I said, I think I have a list of about 10 brands. So thank you for watching. I have to put these all safely back in their respective storage. Have a good night, and I will see you in 2 weeks.